Hey y'all, this is New England Toys with my first video toy review of the Giga Pets AR. Now, if you haven't heard already, Giga Pets are back. The original creator has his own toy company called Top Secret Toys, and they seem to have taken the trademark back from the hands of Hasbro. And by all accounts, they've done a great job improving it. Little insight to the physique. We have the original, little comparison next to the size of the new AR. Now, the pixel part of the screen seems to be about the same size, but the icons are a lot larger and easier to see, and thus making the screen larger. Definitely one of the first improvements that I noticed off the bat. You will notice without a background that the pixels are somewhat faded in comparison, but contrary to what this might look like on video and in photos, I actually think it's easier to see. The screen is less reflective, and so in person when you're holding it, you actually can see everything a lot better. I think that this is more of an improvement than a flaw. Now, if you've ever had a Giga Pet, especially the digital doggy, you'll feel pretty familiar with it. It's very similar, but again, improved. We have the food feed icon to start, sleep, play. This is sick, doctor. Now that's the phone icon that interacts with the AR app, which allows you to unlock achievements in the app for that pet there. Again, as you can see on the top of the packaging there, Giga Pets AR is an Android and iPhone app. It's available now. And within this, all of the achievements available in the toy, as you do them for the first time, these become unlocked, and while these screens are scanned into the app, you will then be able to do those tasks with the dog in the app. Now, moving forward, we have, obviously this is a bathtub, so this is to clean the pet when he's dirty. We have the score and, meter levels. Hunger, discipline, cleanliness, happiness. I've had mine on for a few days, so he's 6 years old. And here we have tricks and rewards. This pup can bark, jump through a hoop, and roll over. Don't forget to reward your pet every time he does the right trick that you ask him to do. Now, the last icon is discipline. Often overlooked, but very much so important. That meter and that score for your discipline is usually what you're not thinking of you need to do. Probably because most of us don't like to discipline our pets. There is another icon here, and that is the indication icon when your pet needs something and one of your levels has dropped too low. So what I can tell you, having played with this thing hands-on for a few days now, is the programming is remarkably updated, along with a lot cuter pixel animations. Top Secret Toys has done a really, really good job with this updated revamp, whatever you want to call it. First of all, as much as I love Giga Pets, and you can see as I pan over here, I do. I am absolutely willing to admit that they're not the greatest virtual pet. And actually, if anything, a lot of my memories of them from my childhood revolve around how often they died, which was all the time, for no reason. You'd go to bed with a high score, having put it to sleep, and you wake up and it's dead and there really kind of seemed to be a lack of logic behind it. There is a formula to it, of course, and if you get the hang of it and you understand it better, you can definitely easily keep the old Giga Pets alive, but for the most part, they're easier to kill than keep alive. With this, I can tell you that it's not easy, but rather it's more playable. Like, with the old ones, if your score drops below 40, you might as well reset. I mean, even winning the game over and the games you can play in it over and over and over again, it's just way too difficult to bring the score back up to a higher mark so that it's worth continuing to play. With this, you'll notice that its programming it can drop down to 0, but as long as you catch it in time, you can work your way back up pretty easily to a really high score. It just gives it more playability and longevity, and I think overall will interest a new generation of youth that, you know, may have been born after the Giga Pet and virtual pet craze. So hopefully you're noticing some of the cute little animations they've done so far. I mean, definitely a big improvement from what we remember. Granted, this little pup is real upset because I just turned him on and didn't give him anything. There are 2 stages, like the other one, like the original. I'm not sure if he can become overweight like the original, but I have a feeling it might be possible. All in all, I can't congratulate Top Secret Toys enough for doing like an ode to the original and not just trying to rethink it. Kind of somewhat like what Hasbro did when they tried to bring it back with the Giga Pets Explorer in 2006. The way that the app also interacts with your device, you'll see here there is a code, and this code, that's alright if it doesn't focus because you shouldn't use my code, but that code tells the app which animal Giga Pet you're using. Now, let's see if there's some big differences I can show you. So for games that it plays, there is the disc toss and also ball catch. Both pretty much the same as the Tiger Giga Pet releases, except with the disc toss, it's not a sideways view like the ball toss for the original. But I definitely appreciate how it was done. And it's the same logic when you're playing the disc toss. It will be going to the left or the right of the screen. Or wow, that was pretty bad. So I'll show you. Disc toss, you will, from the back view of the dog, you will see it come to the left or the right, and you have to double tap left or right depending on which side it's coming. Oh my gosh. There we go. So it throws it 5 times, and hopefully you can catch all 5. I want to say that it goes up a point at each catch, but I might have that mathematics wrong. Now, to give you an idea of the ball chase game, it's very similar to the original. You repeatedly press the button of which direction the ball is going in order to catch it. Here we have, see, sometimes if you don't need it, your pup will refuse. It's a little visual of what the tricks look like. And here is a view of what it looks like when the indicators are going off. Unlike the old ones, this one actually waits for you to interact with it or touch the screen, get the Z's off of it in order to show you that it's going to the bathroom. You don't just usually find poop, which I thought was a nice little detail for them to add to the animations. Let's see if it will let me do it. So when you pick up your pet, usually you'll have to catch up on some things like cleanliness, food, and happiness. But overall, it's pretty simple and self-explanatory. As I said before, Top Secret Toys deserves praise for this revival. I mean, it's just really striking at the heart of what made them so simple and fun when they first came out in 1998. They're available now on Top Secret Toys, or actually, my apologies, GigaPetsAR.com's website. You can order the pup or pre-order the T-Rex and Unicorn, which should drop sometime next month, I'm told. They'll also eventually be available on Amazon. I'm not sure on an exact date, but it should be within a couple weeks. They're not in stores yet, but I know they're working hard to get them there, and they're also only available in the States for now. I know Canada should be getting them at some point, but I'm not entirely sure what the deal will be for the rest of the world. You can always use a reputable forwarding service. I know there are a bunch of them out there. I'm not sure about ones for buying stuff in the States and exporting, but it can be done, and it's as easy as asking around somebody you know who buys stuff from the States. So if you loved Giga Pets as a kid, or you would love for your kids now to love Giga Pets, definitely get on the site and order one. Also, Top Secret Toys has a contest going on right now where you can submit an idea for a Giga Pet and possibly get it made. If you haven't gone to GigaPetsAR.com yet, definitely do that, as well as check out Top Secret Toys' Instagram account. I mean, they're all over. I want to say they're on Facebook too. I should find out more. Anyway, this is my first video. Thanks for dealing with the poor lighting, stuttering, and weird cuts and noises. But overall, I'm thoroughly impressed, and I have far more compliments than complaints for this thing. And I have to thank Top Secret Toys again for allowing me to have it a little early so that I could make my first review. Thanks, guys. Until next time.